Y'all, I stumbled onto Messy Talk and I came across a couple, well, an ex-couple that was having a fight in videos back and forth on TikTok, and it was messy. I managed to get all of the videos before they were deleted, and the reason why I have them is because when they were posted, I was like, these are gonna get deleted within hours. I already know. You know when you stumble onto something and it's just so messy and horrific that you just know they posted that like on an adrenaline rush and that is going to get removed. Stat, I need to make sure that I get this saved so that I can talk about it. Before I get into it, let me show you the TikTok that all of this stemmed from, because I don't think that you're going to be expecting everything that happens to happen from this one TikTok. Let's just watch it. So I have to remove the sound from this TikTok because it's a copyrighted song that is playing, but it's just this girl. She is baking her own birthday cupcakes. She says being a single mom is making your own birthday cake on your birthday so that your babies can feel happy they are singing to you. And it's really sad. She's sitting here like making her own. Nobody should have to make their own birthday cake. You know what I mean? Like, you watch this and you really feel for her. I feel for her. And it's like she's doing it so that her kids can feel excited to sing her happy birthday. Like, she's doing her own cake for her children, so her children can feel joy over their mom's birthday. And sometimes the reality of that is you're not too happy. You're doing it yourself. Somebody else should be making your cake. You should never have to make your own cake. Oh my God. This TikTok went viral. Right now it has 7.1 million likes on it. Something that actually furthered this going viral was her ex-husband stitched it. This rabbit hole goes deeper than you can even imagine. Our children involved, so I'm gonna, keep their identities hidden from this and make sure to block out anything that has their kids' faces in it. But I gotta show you what her ex-husband posted about her. And if you happen to see this TikTok or see parts of them, it goes deeper than you can even think. Before these videos were removed, people were commenting, oh, there's gonna be a Netflix documentary about this. And I could very well see why there would be, because it gets crazy. Let's go ahead and watch her ex-husband's reaction to this video.
So I've been sent this video a lot over the last few days. People asking my thoughts and my comments on it. And before anyone says, oh, you don't know her situation, or you don't know what she's going through, well, I do, because I lived it. I'm her ex-husband, and right now I have full custody of our kids. This is our parent agreement. As you can see, I have all weekdays and weekends, time sharing with the kids, all at holiday academic breaks. And for her to get any rights back to the kids, these are the things that she needs to do. And yes, child support, she owes that. It's up to over $21,000. So she's a mother and doesn't pay child support. She was then arrested for check fraud, and during that hearing, it turned out that it was found that she stole almost $1 million from another guy. And also, she faked cancer in the past. These are scans that she would send and post on her page before. So, to sum it up, this person, for people that follow her, are giving her praise and telling her how strong and how, amazing she's doing. Well, she's really not a full-time mom. She barely has her kids. She goes out all the time. And she doesn't even have a job even. So she just really not someone that other single moms should really be looking towards as for inspiration or anything like that. There are a lot of hardworking single moms out there, and a lot of respect to them. All I just want to say is she just isn't one of them. So hopefully everyone can see this video and know who she really is. Peace.
When you first watch that, after seeing the video of her making the cupcakes, you're like, oh my God. He just ended her, right? That's the first thing you think when you see that. You're like, holy crap. She faked cancer. She stole $1 million from a guy. She committed fraud by signing a bad check and arrested. She doesn't even have custody of her kids. So who's she making this cake for if she doesn't even have her children? It makes you just be like, why would you even post this video? You don't have your kids. You don't take care of them. You're doing it for sympathy. Like, what are you doing? That's like the first thing you think, okay, when you see that. And so obviously this went viral because people are like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, why are you going to post it on the internet, garner all this attention and sympathy from it when it's not even reality? But you guys know things are not quite what they seem with this situation when you just see these first two TikToks. So then she posts this video where she goes in a little bit deeper into what's happening here. And in this video, she talks about how he is an ex-Scientologist, and we've talked a lot about that on my channel. It's a very dangerous cult, and if you try and leave it, good luck, and also you'll be stalked and harassed, allegedly. Okay, so she talks about how he's an ex-Scientologist. That's one thing. But then she brings something up that when you first look, you may not notice, and that is that his TikTok account where he posted this video in response to her was called Inventing Elizabeth or Reinventing Elizabeth. And when you click it and you start to scroll through his account, for the past 3 years, all of his posts on this account were about his ex-wife, obsessively posting about her, posting court documents, posting personal information, posting things about her, trying to essentially ruin her life. Now, I'm not saying that some of these things aren't pretty bad, because some of them definitely are. Like, there's some of her where she allegedly faked cancer. I'm not confirming or denying that, because before, they removed all of the TikToks, that wasn't dove deeper into. But his whole page was simply for the purpose of destroying her. And it comes off extremely obsessive and creepy. You scroll through and it's like post after post after post, posting pictures of her. And then when you click them, they have these weird captions. And the more you look, you start noticing not only is he posting things about her, but he's also posting things with her children in them, with captions over these videos and images of their mutual children talking about their mom. Let's go ahead and watch this really quick.
Andrew has created websites, TikToks, essentially everything since I left him. I think that is probably the Scientologist aspect of his life. If you go on the website, there's actually Scientologist links that he's added there. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that, but getting out of a Scientologist mindset in a relationship is not a good thing and not an easy thing. Andrew is extremely abusive and has always been extremely abusive. He told me the morning that he posted the video, if I deleted my social media, he would not do what he's doing. Would not destroy my life. He says that he will not take them down unless I'm off social media. So yesterday, I deleted social media. I see my children. I see all my children. I don't not see my children. I'm the one who hosts their birthday parties. I'm the one who puts them to bed. I'm the one who does everything until he pulls them away. And the reason by that is the agreement that you guys have seen online is when I first left him out of abuse, I had no resources, no money, nothing. He was a doctor. And he said, if you sign these papers, nothing will change on when you see them, and I will not ruin your life. I will leave you alone. And so I did. In a mentally bad state of abuse and wanting it to stop, he was never hurting them. I stand by that. Mentally, he's not doing great things to them in terms of the stuff he says, but he will never hurt them. He's never hurt them. He will never hurt them. I was still seeing them always, even now. Like, he's portraying this on there, but even now, there are other women that have filed restraining orders against him. And if anyone took the time to go look him up as well, that's what you would see. Instead, you see everything you've looked me up, which is essentially coming from one man who is out to destroy my life. That is in the nature of being a Scientologist. That is what they do. And if you know anything about them, you would know that. When I got divorced, definitely when I left my husband, I was out drinking, or I was going through it. I mean, I felt like I was literally trapped in an abusive marriage for 6 years. He got scared that I was getting followers from my video and thought, this is the time I'm going to bring her down before she can ever come out about me. He told me delete my page yesterday and he would stop. He never stopped. I don't need anyone feeling sorry for me. That's the thing. I cried on my birthday, and that was like the most like sad thing. I was devastated because he wouldn't allow my daughters to come over. I have tried for 3 years to not expose him on the internet, to not talk about who he is, because as a mother, that is the right thing to do. Since I have been 16 years old and I became a mother, I have devoted my life and my time to being a mom. Does that mean that I haven't went out with my friends or done stupid things? Yes. But there has never been a time my children have been unsafe in my care. I have never hurt my children. I have never put my children in any situation of danger. While leaving my ex-husband, a year before that, I went into what is medically called psychosis. From extreme trauma, he has essentially every single person in my life turned them against me. Every relationship that I haven't remotely tried to be in, every friendship that I've tried to have, he contacts everyone. He's had this page up for 3 years because I was on social media a couple of years ago just posting for fun. A million texts where I've went to post my girls in my videos that are like my daily videos, and he says, delete them now. Delete the girls off your page right now. So I do, because unless you've been in the situation of someone with abuse, mental, physical, it does not matter. You don't even understand what comes along with that. And sometimes being quiet is the best thing to do. But what is going on is not right. Me getting death threats when I stay home with my kids every day is not right, because a man that I left will always try to destroy my life. Forever. I have a cease and desist. I'll post that.
So she has more children than the ones that she has with him. I don't know how many. From what it appeared, it seems like it's 4, but I'm not confirming or denying that because I'm not entirely sure. But she does say that she got pregnant with her first son when she was 16 years old and was a single mom at 16. So she does have children at home, but when you first watch his video out of context, it looks like your kids aren't even there with her. So he does have custody of their mutual children, which is 2 daughters, but she does have other children at home. So the TikTok that she originally posted didn't even have anything to do with their mutual children because he had them. It had to do with the children that she has at home. But the way that he posted it made it seem like your kids aren't even with you, but she did have other children. And so him talking about how you don't even take care of your kids, this, that, and the other, she has other kids she's taking care of. Now watch this. She posts a screenshot of the police report from his ex. Watch this video.
I put my face like at the top so I can block out the girl's personal information, but this is another girl that put a restraining order against him, like I think a couple of years before we got married, for chasing her around the table with a knife. It did end up getting, like after they went to court, it ended up getting declined because she did not have a lawyer, and he did, and he ended up winning, which is typically how he wins everything. Is the girls that he gets are young girls, he's older, gets young girls, and then he has way more money and is able to end up destroying them in court.
Again, I want to reiterate this. I'm not saying anything that she has done is okay. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that when someone has an entire TikTok account dedicated to slandering this woman, and you also have police reports that have been made against you for chasing a woman around a table with a knife, we have a problem here. So this is his page. It says up at the top, this page is strictly to warn others. Full-time dad. Okay? And you start to scroll through, all of these TikToks are about this one girl. I don't know about you guys, but this is weird to me. He's in her lives. Like, you can see that he screen recorded one of her TikTok lives and he was just sitting in it, watching her and recording it. Like, there's just post after post about her. It's weird. Nobody falls in love faster than a narcissist that needs a place to live. Like, posting this caption over like a glass of champagne. Find a girl with a job and her own money and see if she is still down for you. If not, she just needs a roof over her head. You know what this reminds me of? I've watched a lot of 90 Day Fiancé. If you're over on this channel, you know that I love reality TV. And this like comes off like one of those guys who's like a lot older and looks for younger women because he thinks that they're easy to manipulate. He looks for someone who might need some money, might need some help, takes them in, and then whenever they use him, which they're going to because you're seeking out women that are going to take advantage of what you're just giving them. Once they do that, then he wants to cry about it. Like, no, like you knew what you were getting yourself into. Like, you can't sit there and be like, I know that like this girl's better than me and she's using me for money, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then whenever that is proven to be fact, I'm gonna cry about it on the internet. No. You don't get to do that. Like, no, I'm sorry. The only people that are gonna have sympathy for someone who does that is the type of men that do that. And I don't feel sorry for them. I mean, like, there's like screenshots of maps on here. Like, this one, blew 20K in 1 month, still no place to live and spent nothing on her kids. Guess the phrase, spend it like you stole it applies here. This is weird to me, posting like bank statements and stuff. I don't understand this page. If a narcissist leaves their kids, make sure they don't get a chance to do it again. Trust me, they will do it again. Like, he's obsessed. This TikTok is particularly weird to me. This one is actually a video that he posted with his children in it. Watch this video. This is weird. This man ain't right. I'm sorry. Like, this is not normal behavior. So he posts this video. It says, never trust a person driving a 100K car without a job. Hashtag reinventing Elizabeth. Hashtag Liz, your internet bestie. I'm gonna blur this obviously because it's got his children in it, but like this video is of his children like running around, like showing their faces with these captions and hashtags about their mother over it. It says, no, you don't run your dad's company or manage any eye doctor's offices. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody on the internet knows what you're talking about. Another picture of his kids, which I'm not gonna show. What in the world? I'd trust Casey Anthony, who murdered her daughter, before I would ever trust you again. Are you kidding me? Guys, that is next level sick. I've done multiple videos on Casey Anthony over here. She allegedly, in my personal opinion and a lot of our opinions, murdered her daughter. And he's saying on here about this woman that he's been obsessively posting about for years and years and years, that he would trust an alleged, I have to say that to save my own butt here, but of her own daughter. What in the world? With posting videos of his kids. And then like this like screenshot of like, look, we're like on vacation. This man is gross. If you've ever seen like people who are abusers, if you've ever been around the behaviors, you can spot one a mile away. And this man is not well. This is not normal behavior. Somebody who is sane doesn't do this. Posting a video of like a boat like out on water with all these captions. It has the Love Yourself Justin Bieber song, and it says, just know if I wanted to I could, glad I can distance myself from your destruction. Posting like screenshots of all the times that she's called. Now this one right here, I won't show this either, but this is a full video clip that he set up a camera. Okay, he set it up. I'm gonna film myself playing with my kids. He posts himself running around with all of his children, well, his 2 children, running around the yard, a full video of them on an account slandering their mother. He's like playing with them, and it says, narcissists hate to see you thriving without them. They can't imagine how great your life and your kids are without them. It's so weird. And the caption says, Liz, your internet bestie, cash only please, why do cards never work? He's like staging like a playtime with his children. And then there's more videos that he posted on his account about her. Watch this one.
We're amazing platinum donors. This is Elizabeth, and she is just an amazing human being inside and out, and I can't wait for you to hear her story.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am really excited to be a part of this movement and
raise money for a great cause and celebrate with everyone.
He's stalking and harassing her every move. And so then we get some more context from her. She says that for the past several years, he's been trying to get her to remove her social media. She shows text messages where he's like, you need to take your social media down. She never posts anything about him on her social media. Her social media is dedicated to posting videos with her children, like cleaning her house. It's just like mom content. She doesn't post anything with him, but his entire goal is to get her off the internet. He doesn't want her to have a following. He doesn't want her to have people that listen to her, that watch her. And to me, I'm like, if y'all are exes and you got the kids and she's done some bad stuff, move on with your life. Why are you still watching every single move she's making, everything that she does? That's not normal behavior. And again, I'm not saying that, she's an angel here and didn't do something wrong, but why are you making it your goal and your job and your sole mission to get on the internet and to blast her personal information and failures all over the internet? She is not with you anymore. She is not your wife. She has moved on. You need to do the same. Like, it is giving an obsessive, and this guy's saying she's a narcissist. I think he is. Because guess what? Narcissists never know that they are one. And they typically say other people are when it's them. They'll point the finger and are constantly calling everybody else a narcissist when they're the narcissist. Your page is dedicated to slandering the mother of your kids. And not only is he doing that, but he's posting their children's faces all over this page dedicated to doing that to their mom. They're going to grow up and be humiliated that he put that stuff on the internet. They're not going to be proud of their dad and think, oh, I'm so glad my dad did that. No, they're going to be like, why did you do that? You put all of our business all over the internet. Like, they're probably already struggling with the fact that they don't have their mom in their life, or if she is in their life, that they're not with their mom like full time. They're probably already struggling with that, but then they have this fool for a dad. Like, I feel sorry for these kids. I feel like someone who has to get up there and be like, see me, look, I'm a full-time, great, fantastic dad, and see, their mom is a full-time, crappy parent. If you have to get on there and for 3 years reiterate this and make post after post after post because you just need everybody to know that you're just the best and she's not, then I don't really think you're exactly the best dad either, because that's not, a good dad is going to focus on his children and know that if I post these things about their mom, like, that's going to hurt them. That's a good dad. Now, I have to show you guys these text messages that were posted between the two of them. This was the two of them texting as all of this is going on social media. These are new texts. Post all these pictures of them together. Theme seems to be, you are too hot for me. Guess they see you now. They didn't see who I married, but that will be the last post. She said, what? What about your other stuff? You're literally going to still post? That isn't going to help you. You can't believe that. And then he says, why is it that you're so hot and apparently thriving? What is he even talking about? I don't see all your posts. I was driving, but I guess you made a clear picture. I'm some fat loser. Okay, do what you think is right. I tried to come to you and that isn't working. And then he says, I'm asking, why are you out of my league? I do not understand this toxic behavior. It's absolutely disgusting. But the way that he's talking in these text messages in particular, why is it that you're so hot and apparently thriving? I'm some fat loser. It just goes along with everything that I already said. This man's just mad that she left him.
I'm going to play a little bit of a voicemail that was left to me by Andrew and the things that he was saying to one of my daughters. It was at 11:30 at night, so I was sleeping and I did not answer. So he left a message and this is what it is.
Later. You want her to be here with you? Yeah. I know it. I want to tell her. I know, she can tell her. I want to tell her. Oh, she doesn't answer. Oh, she has us blocked. She has us blocked, bitch. Doesn't want to hear from you or me or anyone. Are you confident? I tried to tell her.
If you can imagine, as a mother, that was the hardest thing. These are things, little things that he's continued to do the whole entire time. He has tried to manipulate my children, even me, everyone around me, this is what we're dealing with and working with. I have tried to reason with him off the app and say, stop doing this. I don't want to have to be on here defending myself or going after you in any way. I don't want to do that. I'm begging you to stop. I've asked everyone to stop sending him hate. I've tried my absolute best to end this with him, and it's not happening. At this point, I'm getting a lawyer. I'm going to not make another post after this. Even if he continues to harass me on the internet, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm getting a lawyer about him doing this, and I'm also going to get a lawyer, and I'm coming back for my girls. I'm not scared of him anymore, and I'm not going to keep allowing this to happen.
Dude, this father of the year over here, having his daughter call her mom just to be like, she has us blocked, to make her feel like she blocked her daughter, to make her feel like she doesn't want to talk to her. That is terrible. Why would you try and make your child feel like their mom doesn't care about them like that? Be like, she doesn't want to talk to you. What is actually wrong with you? That is sick. This is abuse. And you don't have to like raise a hand to somebody to be abusive. This is abuse. This is emotional abuse. This is harmful. This is harmful to those children. This is harmful to their mother. This is next level crazy. Like, this is one of those like situations where I can't say this word over here, but like a murder unalive situation where somebody, you know, offs the whole family and then themselves. Like, the type of man that does that is the type of man who makes an entire TikTok page dedicated to slandering their children's moms, trying to make their daughters feel bad and not like their mom and feel like their mom doesn't love them and like them. Like, what the actual F is wrong with you? So she alleges that he was abusive. She doesn't say in what way, so I'm not going to claim one way or the other. She doesn't say in which way he was abusive, but that she was abused in this marriage and she had to get away from it. And in this phone call that I'm going to watch with you guys right here, she posts a video where she was recording him, trying to get him to admit to it, I think, in this recording, and he's not. He's also not denying it. He's just skirting around it. That to me is concerning.
Sharing.
So, because I don't have public record of what you've done, I can't share it, who you are, what you've done?
Listen, you are a known manipulator. I've seen you falsify
Andrew, answer my question. Andrew, you're not answering my question.
Right, exactly, because you manipulate things.
I'm not manipulating this. I'm asking you. I'm asking you, Andrew, right now. I'm asking you. Why is it that you can say, oh, I can put public information, or I can put public documents because that's what's real, but you can't talk about what's happening behind the scenes?
That's here. Because that's hearsay, Liz. I know you weren't present.
It's hearsay? Between you and I, it's hearsay? What you've done?
Yes. You don't understand, but you can manipulate and have manipulated. I mean, you even forget when you have that fake number.
I believe her. There are police reports from another woman saying things that he did. And it's not just what these women have said. Look what he is doing. He is obsessed with this woman and trying to destroy her entire life because guess what? He can't have her anymore. She left. She's the one that left him. So he's like, all right, I'm going to take your kids. And then I'm not going to let you have things that make you happy. I see you happy and thriving on social media. I don't like that. I'm going to try and destroy it. Dude, stop looking at her social media account. Move on. If she was posting things about him and stuff prior to all of this, it would be different. But she wasn't doing that. He just doesn't want to see her happy. Then she posts this screenshot where she's showing a text message between the two of them where he's now saying, I have to take legal action against the things that you're saying. Honey, you have been the one posting about her for years. When you can't post about somebody for years and then when they start outing you and the stuff that you've done, be like, oh, I got to take legal action because I'm a doctor. Anybody who goes to this man, if this man is anybody's doctor, y'all might need to find a new one, okay? Because this guy is crazy. I would be horrified to learn that my doctor was this man. I would be horrified.
I am not going to say anything else about it anymore. I'm going to get off the phone and not deal with this. I haven't shared about him in years. Like, in all the years I've been on social media, I've not been sharing about him. I had to get on here today to defend myself, and I'm not even going to keep these videos up for a long time because it's not the right thing to do. I have always said that's not the right thing to do, no matter who has told me to do it, no matter how long he's been doing this to me. It's not the right thing to do. I signed papers in court. Not even to court. We never even made it to the court process because I signed the papers outside of court to get him to stop doing this because he swore he would. He would stop all of this hate and all of this, everything that's going on if I signed the papers. And now I have a mess on social media when all of my page has just been happiness being inside my house with my kids, cooking and baking. And his whole entire page for years has been dedicated to destroying my life. And I don't know how anyone with a normal brain does not see that that is a problem. That even if all of the stuff he says is true, and everyone is asking if those allegations that he's making are true. No, they're not true. He's got people like on his side that can go over and make videos because he's loving every minute of it. But I have purposefully kept my mouth closed for years in hopes that he will stop one day and things with my children will just be better with him. And that is not the case. And now I have to, because I made a video of myself being upset while, yes, my kids were home and I was making a cake with them, for them, cupcakes. I was making cupcakes and I was sad and having a bad day because clearly behind the scenes, I'm going through a lot of shit with this man every single day on a daily basis, harassment every day, all day. And if you haven't been there, then you have no idea what that does to someone. Like, you can't even begin to know what that does to someone. And this whole, he's not a Scientologist, it's on the website. Go click the website that you've all viewed of me, all his allegations. Click it. Like, it's on there. Anyway, I'm done talking about this. You guys can make whatever decision like you want. You're strangers on the internet, and that the main reason that I even got on here to defend myself at this point in time is because I am getting hundreds of messages on Instagram, on my email addresses, people saying they know my home address where I live. I haven't even stayed at my own house in 3 days because I'm literally terrified to be there. Like, this, no one normal, him, would do this to someone that never was even sharing about them on the internet, post court documents where they can find people's address, where they live, where their children are, if that's normal. Like, how are you not thinking that this person is crazy? For 3 years, he's had a TikTok about me. How is that not obsessed? For 3 years. Why is he asking me to go spend birthdays with him if I'm this terrible and he hates me more than anything in the world? Begging me. I'm done talking about this. I don't want to be tagged in his videos anymore. I don't want any of this. Like, if you guys choose to support him, there's nothing I can do about that. And I haven't. In 3 years, I haven't even stitched a single video of his or done anything to take him down or anything like that, because I would never do that. That is not me. And now I'm on here doing things out of my normal behavior because I have to defend myself to strangers on the internet. I cannot even fathom what is happening right now. And his goal is for me to delete social media. Everyone's thing is like, delete your page, delete your page. I deleted it for 2 days, yesterday and the day before in the evening, because I got so overwhelmed. And every time I get a following, he does this. And then I delete my page because I'm like, I can't take the hate. I can't take the sadness, the accusations. Like, I can't live through this. And then I literally... This time, I'm not, though. It's not okay for me to have built something on being a mom and cooking and running errands with my kids and doing things, and then I have to delete it because he didn't want me to use this platform to come after him, when I never was. The video that got 50 million views that he got so angry about because he was terrified. I literally told him I wanted him to take my page down, the page that he had about me down, when the news article wrote me about my video of 50 million that I was going to talk about it. And he said, no, he's going to make a video about me. And he was terrified that I would use the followers that I gained from this to talk about him, when in reality, this was just a little pocket of peace for me that I got on the internet, and I posted doing stuff with my kids and baking for them and cooking for them. And sorry, my daughter came in, and that's it. So I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to be fighting anymore on the internet. This is so stupid and so, like, unethical and a million other things that I didn't lie about this stuff. Like, I don't even understand what is happening, and I don't even need to understand, because, like, I know that I love my kids. Like, I don't know what else to say other than he is obsessed with me. He has been obsessed with me for years. Like, this stuff has been on the internet. You think he hasn't tried to call the police on me or do things like the same stuff that he's doing there? Like, you think that he's protecting me by not doing those things, but also sharing everything on the internet. The math is not mathing. None of it is adding up. And I don't understand how people that are normal, so you're telling me I'm not normal, but if you're normal, how you don't see what is happening here. And that's it. I'm never, ever, ever addressing this again. If you do not want to follow me because you think I'm a terrible mother, that's okay. You don't have to follow me.
I mean, I agree with everything she's saying there. I feel like, you know, this is not behavior from someone that is a normal man. This isn't a normal thing to do. And girl, I just want to let you know, I see. And there are a lot of us that see. Anyone who doesn't see, I don't know what's wrong with them, because I can see it very clearly what is happening here. Now, I'm going to show you all some of the videos that he has posted in response to this. Okay. Oh, these things that he's posted about her are so disturbing. Like, what in the world? Been all fun games, but just pay our daughters. Or you will not be allowed to drive, and you're not supposed to associate with criminals. I can't be mad because I got what I wanted in the end too, 100% custody of my daughters. The next chapter of my page will be about being a single father in person and growth, so cheers to... This guy's a freaking scumbag. He's so creepy weird. Ew, he grosses me out.
Hello everyone, I just want to come on here real quick and clear up a few things that has been obviously a very recurring theme on the page.
See that?
Number one, I'm not a Scientologist. Don't even know how that came about, other than the website, but I didn't create the website either. So both of those things, Scientology, never been one. The website, I did not create. So those two things, nothing to do with me. Last thing is the name, Inventing Elizabeth. It is about a show on Netflix, Inventing.
It's not about that. It's about your ex-wife.
So I highly recommend going to watch it before watching more of my videos or commenting on my stuff.
Honey, you're not so relevant and important that people are going to be like, okay, I'm going to go watch this Netflix documentary you just recommended to me. Be back later. No. Are you kidding me? You're a weirdo.
That show is about a woman who was a con artist and a scammer. So my name is a reference to that show. Again, I'm out of town, so I'm not gonna post much more until I get back. And then I'll be showing a lot more evidence, things like that, because I'm not gonna post hearsay things or, oh, show you text messages. Yeah, I could show you a bunch of text messages over the years and things like that. But at this point where this is at, with this level of the story, if you will, it just needs to be straight facts from here on out, and that's all you will be getting. So stay tuned. Peace.
So the reason why he says that is because he is worried she's going to post hearsay, post screenshots and things like that, allegedly, of him being abusive. And since he's worried about that and there's no proof of it, listen to how he responds to the abuse allegations. His response is very important.
And I just want to clear up the domestic violence injunctions. They're just temporary injunctions. None of them actually were credible. None of them were ever imposed because there is no evidence to be found in any of the cases of any domestic violence. So I just want to make that clear. Again, I'll talk further about those individually and their own posts, but I did want to briefly clear that up so there's no confusion on that. And lastly, yeah, I have had my daughters, full time for the last several years. So as you go through my page, a lot of it is, pictures or posts or things like that. It's very little me talking into a camera, because when you have two kids, one kid full time, you don't have a lot of time. So it's even hard for me to get away and, make the post that I have the last, couple days, doing stuff like this. I do think it's more effective, so I'm going to start doing it this way. But in the past, it's not as been as time effective for me to be able to do this, because again, I do have them full time.
So you don't have time to post these videos, but you have time to sit there and watch her lives and obsessively go over her social media and watch every single thing that she does. Okay, honey. Also, the way that he responded to the allegations of abuse against him, I find to be very interesting. It's just that there's no evidence of it. There's no proof of it. It was thrown out. There are plenty of cases where someone was actually being physically harmed and these things didn't happen and it was thrown out, okay? How are you going to have evidence that someone chased you around a table with a knife? There's not going to be evidence of that. Of course, it's going to be somebody just saying it, but you're exhibiting the behaviors on social media that we all can see of someone who would do that. It is very believable because of the stuff that you have posted. Obsessive behaviors like this, it's emotionally abusive.
I genuinely feel that was the right thing to do to defend myself against everything that is going on about me on the internet. I have tried really hard to ignore the online hate for almost 3 years since that video was posted. But in terms of myself, I don't want to act like I'm a perfect person in any way, shape, or form. I've made mistakes in my life. Yes, I did get arrested. That's not something that I've even remotely denied. I've actually touched base on that before on my page. I went through some pretty bad mental things as I was about a year out from getting divorced. And then when I left, even worse. I was going out all the time. I made a bunch of mistakes. I wrote a bad check, which in turn got me arrested. I will proudly say, without a doubt, I know who I am. I know that I'm a good mother, that I love my children. I know that I devote my time and life to them, regardless that I've made mistakes. I have no problems owning up to any mistakes that I had made. And I'm sorry that anyone feels like I made mistakes that make them question who I am as a mother, but I know who I am. I love my kids. A judge did not rule my children away from me, so that's something that people keep saying. A judge never sided with Andrew. We never made it to a judge. Our papers were filed through the court, but we signed out of there. I signed because he told me this is what we'll sign. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up.
So all of these videos have been deleted. So I'm assuming that there is now a lawyer involved, as there should be, because this situation is extremely messy. Number one, I wish she had gotten a lawyer a long time ago, because anybody who has a page up about like slandering an individual person, like their ex, the mother of their kids, that page should not be up and standing like that. There is no place on the internet for that type of behavior. And again, I'm not saying that some of the things that she did weren't wrong, because they are. And if she did, she said some of the stuff he was saying wasn't true, but like if that cancer thing's true, obviously that is terrible. I'm not excusing that whatsoever. Absolutely horrific. But I think that there can be like two wrongs at a time. You know what I mean? And everything that man is doing is not right. And also, he needs to understand that's not a good father. A good father's not going to post videos and pictures of his kids on the internet on a page dedicated to slandering their mom. A good father would want her to be doing better, would want her to be improving, would want her to get to a place where she can, be in a stable place to take care of your mutual children. A good father would support someone on the road to getting better and fixing their mental health. And I just want to let this woman know, I believe every single thing she is saying. I believe everything. I think she's been very transparent. I think she's been very honest. I think many of us, most of us, can see right through that guy. And the fact that his whole page was dedicated to her, that is the creepiest thing I have seen in a very long time. I was so disturbed by that. And he gets on there and he talks like all like I'm a super nice guy. No. Like, the manipulation is coming from him. Like, him calling her a manipulator. What are you doing, though? What are you doing? And also manipulating your children by having them make a phone call to their mom and being like, she blocked you, she doesn't want to talk to you. You don't think you're manipulative? You don't think you're narcissistic? Then you're probably more narcissistic than you think she is, because narcissists usually don't know. Like, I'm honestly scared for this girl's safety. I hope she can get like a restraining order against him so that he can't be posting this stuff about her, because under a restraining order, like, they can't talk about you. So I hope she's able to get that. He did remove his stuff, so there has to be a lawyer involved, because he's had this page up for years. But I had to talk about this because I feel like she was taking the higher road, and yeah, she was saying some things here and there, but I feel like she probably wasn't saying as many things as she could have. Okay. And I don't know. I stand with her on this one. I think this is super messed up. And I think that we should all be supportive of people, improving the quality of their life, getting better, becoming a good mom and a good father. You know what I mean? That guy needs some therapy. I'll say that right now. Like, again, giving 90 Day Fiance vibes. Like, he lost his hot wife that doesn't want to be with him anymore. And he's crying about it. Doesn't want her to be happy. Is going to try and destroy her entire life so that she can't be happy because she didn't want to be with him anymore. And that's an abusive person, period, point blank. And that's all I have to say about that. Disgusted by this behavior. Those children deserve better. She said she's going to be fighting for her kids, and girl, we support you in doing that. That guy, I don't know about that. She said he's a good dad, but girl, it's not a good dad to post his children on the internet on a page slandering their mom, post their image and their likeness and who they are, like you said, while giving public documents that could, you know, tell people where you live. Like, no. That man's dangerous. He's dangerous. And if he's chasing a woman around with a knife, he shouldn't have his kids. I'm going to tell you that right now. A man who's going to chase a woman around with a knife, allegedly, because there's not proof of it, should not have children. Should not have his kids behind closed doors. He probably needs to have some supervised visitation to make sure they're safe. Because what if they make him mad one day? What if he's afraid they want to leave him one day, which they might? This situation scares me. Y'all are going to have to let me know what you think in the comments down below about this. I don't think that there's going to be any updates to the situation because it's clear to me there's probably some sort of lawyer involved, but this is the full story. If you missed all the TikToks that got deleted, here you go. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I send my well wishes to her. I hope she's able to get her kids and, you know, move on from her past demons. And that guy, I'm scared for anybody that ends up with him. That's all I'm going to say. Ugh. It's one reason why I want to do this video. I feel like people need to know the type of behavior of this man, because if you decide to get with him and then you want to leave him one day, you're next. All right? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you soon for another one.